it's very bad. It's very bad and very annoying, right? Yeah, it's very bad and it's very annoying. It's really it's dripping with hatred for Star Trek, hatred and arrogance. All right, so I used to love this, right? The Star Trek-y logo start with the different ships. I thought that was kind of cool. But like I tell you, if I could go back in time to when they're doing the posters for the motion picture and say, don't worry with the rainbow shit, right? It's going to work out bad in the future. It would have made life better for all of us, right? I love the aesthetic, the stuff, that. Oh, man. So yeah, now their deep lack of understanding of Spock is really grating. Whereas essentially, I don't know, kind of how can I describe him? Well, partly like a Sheldon from Big Bang Theory, but also they're trying to make him a bit cooler. But it's not really. Oh, it's like, okay, do you remember? Bloody hell, Dear John, right? It was. I'm talking about the English version, right? It was starred Ralph Bates. I think I did 2 or 3 seasons before he died, right? But then they had. I've seen him in a bunch of stuff. This guy, this. It was about people who are divorced in a social club, and this guy Kurt there was a character in it who was kind of like the prick Kurt Moritz or something like that, and he's like this big flashy guy, but obviously very fake. Anyway, so one day John goes around and sees him at his house, and he's like this nerdy little guy, and he's just been pretending to be this like big flashy guy, right? And it doesn't really work, right? Like it's you could just tell it was insincere. So that's the same thing here. We got also starting with one of the worst characters, Lan. I thank God they got rid of. Did they get rid of anyone? I can't even remember. No, they did promise to, and then they didn't. Starting with Christina Chung, who just kind of annoys me. She's a very dull character. As a childhood connected to the Gorn, also connected to Khan Noonien Singh. Just leave it alone with the Khan shit. Okay, but now they were dancing in last week's episode when they were being controlled by a Q-like being, and this is the flashback, right? So fine. This is all like previously. That was from last week. And what's the name? Nurse Chapel turned up with another bloke. Who gives a shit? I mean, honestly, if they did the main story of that, what was it? They had a subplot which should have been the main story. And they made it all like this. What's it called again? What was that mean? What was the side story that explained it all? I can't. Oh, the Q story. They made the Q story the main story, right? And they made the main story non-existent, right? The relationship stuff, the soap opera stuff. It would have been much better. Spock as Kirk sent my rich. Yes, that's exactly it. Mind melded with Sheldon Cooper. That's how they portrayed the Spock. Just incredible lack of knowledge. So anyway, so we start and we're in this somewhat agonizing pastiche of a sci-fi with Nurse Chapel, and this guy again. Their Kirk is shit, right? And he's like really hamming it up as Kirk, as William Shatner. I'll show you a quick thing.
There's no such thing as native. We're all children,
right? I mean, like it take the piss out of Shatner, and oh god, Lieutenant Ortega's Lieutenant Lesbian. Just get the fuck off. I can't stand her now. And it's like, again, it's clearly what they think is a funny pastiche of the original series, and it's nothing of the kind. It's really just insulting, right? Including like I'm sorry, the effects were always better. You see, like the hands holding up the eyeballs here, right? It's just insulting. Star Trek was brilliant, And they did absolutely brilliant things on no budget, and they was always higher than the quality that you're showing on the screen now. All right. Quality of the writing was superb. Right. Yeah, you see like that pole under the eyeball. That's them, and you can see the mouth. It's just Star Trek was always they cared, right? And again, this is just such a diss. So I really object to this, right? So then they have like Apache's titles, and again they make the special effects way shitter than they were in the original series.
Galaxies, the last frontier. This is the tale of the USS Adventure on its 84-month mission as it treks across the furthest reaches of the universe, striving to find unknown life, unexplained phenomena, and new space destinations. To go forward, to go beyond, to go further and bolder than anyone ever before.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Star Trek was way better, and that's why we're still talking about it now. Right? So I couldn't imagine it getting any more annoying. And then it does. Right? So they're on this mission. They have to like just stay there for a bit to monitor some shit. I don't know. And so they get Lieutenant Lund, the security officer, to try out this new holodeck thing. I was like, oh, they can't. It's got to be something. They can't do a holodeck. It's like 150 years too early. Like some new entertainment. And they're like, no, we insist you have to go and relax and enjoy yourself. Meanwhile, Spock has been learning to dance. And they get a lot of that. So they ditched Christine Chapel as his, love interest, and replacing her with her. Again, she's a shit character. She really is. Is this woke? No, the thing is, though, I don't think this is woke. I just think this is bad, right? That's the thing. They've really tried to take the woke out of their Star Trek, apart from Starfleet. Well, maybe they have it there as well. They try to take the woke out of it. But when you take the woke out of it, you just see what's left, which is nothing, right? Absolutely nothing. So they got the thing going on with the dancing, and clearly she's a dancer and she wanted to do more dancing, right? So Scott is like running the holodeck for them, and I'm like, this is really, really. I'm like, why do you have to take such a shit on Founder? And then when you get in the holodeck, it's exactly the TNG one. I mean, like, it's not even like a proto version. Look at this. Yeah, I'm sorry. No. Oh God, it just drips of the disdain they have for stuff and the lack of knowledge they have of it. So she's in like this Nancy Drew detective series, which as a side point to it, there's going to be a Star Trek type show in their mystery, right? And so yeah, they're in the holodeck and they're playing it out. And they have to use profiles from all the crew to be all the characters. And so, yeah, the crew get to, like, play different roles. Like, this is Gene Roddenberry, essentially played by Anson Mount. That's William Shatner. I always like the Doctor, right? The Doctor and Chapel, they're always a good combo. Right. So yeah, it's just like the holodeck shit going on, and like it's a mystery. Really, who gives a shit? So holodeck shit. And then there's and then it breaks down, obviously, and the safety protocols go, and they get trapped in there. And it's a holodeck episode, like every other holodeck episode we've seen before. Right, with this Star Trek show running in the background. And now Scotty goes to... Oh, by the way, I hate how all through last episode they were calling him Scotty. Nobody ever called him Scotty. Tell me correct if I'm wrong. Right? Nobody ever called him Scotty in the original series. right? It never happened. Now, Scotty, because they have no idea what they are. I'm going to ask Grok. Let's see what Grok has to say for us. Say for that. We'll go Grok. Here we go. Was Mr. Scott from Star Trek ever referred to as Scotty in the original series? Hang on. In the original series, not eras. Let's see, because I know they never said beam me up, Scotty. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's have a look. Was frequently referred to as Scotty by characters. The nickname was used effectively and casually, particularly by Kirk. I stand corrected. In episodes like Trouble with Tribbles and Piece of the Action, Kirk addressed him as Scotty. Well, Kirk could get away with it. Maybe I'm wrong. I do like this actor though. I think, and he's really good, right? He's really helped the bastard. Again, weirdly they dewokified it, and now it's just like low quality. So they're trying to work out how to communicate with the holodeck because that got cut off, and they eventually do, right? When they say like they can't end the program until they can't like get the ship back working again. They can't get the ship working again until they finish the program, right? And they can't get out, and also the safety protocols are down, and they can't control the ship. And yeah, it's on the set of their Star Trek ripoff spoof. And again, I get they're all having a great time, right? I get they're all having a fantastic time. Oh, and they're able to get a message to them and say, yeah, you're stuck there. And I get they're all having a fantastic time making this, but it's not very good, right? I mean, that's the bottom line. They're not very good. And they get it working. And there's something going on with her and Scott. I mean, again, don't get me wrong, she's very attractive, right? And big on the dancing. But yeah, this stuff is just.
We will eat the human food pies. Is it pies or piles?
It's piles.
Pies?
Back.
Oh.
I honestly, I found it insulting, right? I found it insulting. So, yeah, big thumb down for me. It was really bad, right? It was really bad, and it could have been good. I mean, look, they were trying. It's boring territory because Black Mirror covered the same territory and did a far superior job, frankly. It's just not very good. James said, I'm going to enter a holodeck because there would have been some part of you that you're not sure will ever really left one. You can be stuck in somebody else's program that includes an exit one. That is true. That's what happened to Moriarty. Why do all actors look like fans and then when they're portraying them as successful officers despite looking like adults? I don't know. Nice to see Bert in the opening montage, says Landshark 503, and you are correct, sir. It is always nice to see Pertwee. Sorry, that's just a huge middle finger start. I think I agree with you. I do. You know what? Here, I just found the let's cover the previous episode as well. So we're up to date. The zombie one. So I literally just found the file as I was opening up the last one. Here we go. Doink. 303. Again, one of the biggest problems this show has is there's many soap opera stuff, right? So, is this the one? Oh God, we didn't cover this one, really? Really? Let me just check. 1 second. Let me just check my channel. See what the last Star Trek review was. Star Trek. Star Trek. Right. Starfleet, no, show all. Trailer reaction. Okay, fine. Yeah, we haven't done episodes 3 and 4. So we done 4. Let me just get rid of that. I guess so we have a subplot in this one where there was this the Doctor has a dark past, and this was like a Klingon from the Klingon War who had turned traitor and basically ended the war. So who ended up being killed under mysterious circumstances, intimated the Doctor did it. It was kind of a bad idea, right? It was a really like kind of weak idea, because the Doctor is just a great character. And you don't really need to add depth and layers to him because he already has it in that performance. And when he was dealing with his child in the first season, in the being kept alive in the transporter buffer, right? And how that was a great arc, right? He's a really interesting guy. You don't need to add to that, right? You just need to put him in interesting situations, right? You don't need to add a dark, deep secret for him, right? It was a mistake. And I really didn't like how they made him much more violent, right? It was just a lot of it. It was like one of his ghosts from the war, but it didn't work because it was a great character, right? And it's a great character, and they just like screwed it up. Anyway. So his girlfriend, who he's like now madly in love with, her name isn't Patel. It's, what's the name again? I thought it was Patel. Batel, right? Her name is Batel. It's Captain Batel. Is infected with Gorn DNA, and it's about to take over her and destroy her body, right? And so they're like saying, there's like one hope. There's a planet which has a special medicine on that might help her. Probably won't, right? I just fuck off, Lieutenant Lesbian Latinx. Why are you even there? And then you got Rebecca Romaine Stamos with this weird pudding basin haircut that makes no sense whatsoever. She looks freaking awful. Where is it? Oh, God. And she just annoys me every time I see her. Oh. All right, so yeah, it's in Klingon space, right? They're not allowed to go there, so they have to go there undercover in a shuttle. And all this stuff is actually quite good. I'm like, man, it breaks my heart. These production values are being used for these piece of shit scripts, right? Genuinely, it just breaks my heart. Why does Pike Squeeze keep shrinking away from marriage? I don't know. She likes being a slut, I guess. So yeah, they don't know what. There was a research station, but everybody vanished. They don't know what happened, and there's nobody else alive on the planet, right? But they find the skeletons of Klingons, right? Okay. Yeah, I do like the way that they set this up in Enterprise, and I thought it was actually a pretty darn good idea. That the Klingons losing their bumpy foreheads for a generation made them insanely warlike, and that's what fueled the conflict with the Federation for all those years, right? And it just kind of died down by the time they got their foreheads back, I would like to say. Anyway, so they get to the base, and they're trying to work out what's happening there, and they're looking for a sample of this flower or something. Yeah, what is that haircut? What? Why? Why would you do? What would make you think? Oh yeah, that's a great look. That looks fantastic. Authoritative and clear. No, you look. I don't know what you look like. I don't get me wrong. Her haircut annoys me more, and so she's snapping back at her a lot. And there's movement going on. They can't work out where the movement's going. Klingons turn up, right? And they're like, it's bad news. And so you get a bit of a firefight with the Klingons. Meanwhile, there's this new dude in the Let me see if I can find his. He was just there. Yeah, he's a new dude in medical. She's does she die? I think she's dying. But he does a bit of mind melding with them, and happens to get everything calmed down again. God, that haircut's distracting. That haircut is just, I like, why? Her and Ortega, and that what is it? It's the planet of the chicks with bad hair. So yeah, they're hiding from the Klingons, and they found their flower thing they need, but there's something attacking them, and it's zombies. There's these zombies have been taken over by this plant, and it's animated their bodies. Now, this could have actually really worked. He could have said it's like, what's it in Last of Us? It was a fungus that took over their bodies, right? All right. And that would have, you got a good scientific reason for it. They don't really explain it. Now, also, they got this Klingon searching for the Doctor and she's like the worst Klingon ever. She is like so. I got to find a good picture of her so you can see how badly cast he is, right? Oh, here, 1 second.
We could try luring them away from your shuttle and then lowering the field, but we need...
Can you see this, how clueless she is? She is terrible in this role. So she wants to kill the Doctor because he killed that Klingon, and she wanted to do it to restore her family's honor. God, she's awful. She's like
Your reflection, the gaze of an old enemy.
Yeah, I guess she's just awful. Again, DI hires. Lovely seeing the D7 Klingon D7 ship though. Right, I love the aesthetic. Look at that. Oh, it's gorgeous, gorgeous. And then they have to fight each other. And does he kill her? I can't remember. Meanwhile, Enterprise has worked out a way of getting them back, I think. The force fields go down, and Scotty goes up on some high wires, and they all make it back, right? And then number one has to, what's the word? Discipline. Lieutenant Lesbian Latinx, all right? Who's just again, there was really nothing this episode. There were zombies. That's it. And is she done? I can't remember. How'd they leave this? Hang on.
Say all the right things to tell you I'd be there no matter what choice you made.
And that would have been nicer, but you know what? We both know you, and we know that you would have demanded we find another way.
And there is no other way.
All right, it's not. I can't even remember what the deal is, but it's like it will not be good. I don't really care. Mate, that episode was just so disrespectful. It really upset me. I have to tell you, it was unnecessarily disrespectful. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.